Good morning, Raptor freaks. Lexi Otts here, and it's Tuesday. And with the Raptors are playing against the Orlando Magic here in Toronto, it's the second game of the season against the Orlando Magic. We played them a few weeks ago, and it was a game where Jalen Suggs got hurt from wrenching it back from trying to run on the court, and we're missing Franz and Paulo at that time. And we were full strength, and we lost to them. And a lot of people were upset about that, but it was like the first game we were back full strength and we weren't totally gelled. Well, we have some get back to get against the Orlando Magic today. I feel like if the Raptors are keeping score of who's beaten us and who we should have beat, this team should be on their list. And well, we're going to get a chance to today. Now, we're going to play Orlando later this season, 2 games in Orlando in a row. And that'll be the 2 games against them. So we're down already in the only game that we played against them in Toronto. And we're going to play the second game against them in Toronto. We need to win this one tonight. I feel like we can because honestly, Orlando has not been sharp since we played them. When Jalen Suggs got hurt, he's been out. Paula's returned, but they're not winning right now. Orlando has just one game over 500 record right now. And in their last 9 games, I believe they're 3-6. So we have a chance to beat them today. We have good feelings. We've had 3 days rest. We've had extra practice. And honestly, our guys are elevating their game right now. If people are not paying attention to the Raptors this year because they're losing so much, well, pay attention now because they're ready to start playing an excellent brand of basketball and to kick some ass and get some wins. You know, last week we got to see great wins over the Celtics and the Warriors. Well, there's going to be more of those kind of wins. And I have a feeling tonight's going to be one of them, guys. I have a feeling tonight is going to be one of them. I want Scotty Barnes to step up big time against the challenge of Paulo Banchero on the other side. You know, Paulo's probably going to get a lot of consideration for All-Star. They stopped voting for All-Star yesterday. You can't vote for All-Star anymore. The voting's closed. And, you know, Scotty, this is what I'm telling you, man. If you want to be an all-star for sure, if you want to be known as a top player in the league, you have to meet the challenge of your rivals, Eye of the Tiger. And Paulo Banchero is your challenge today. And in some ways, you need to outplay him. You need to make it be for sure that there's no doubt that you are the better NBA player than Banchero tonight on the court. I don't like getting into individual matchups. But as far as it's a team game, and it's the Raptors versus the Magic. But nah, man, this is Paulo versus Scotty, guy. You need to show this, Scott, tonight and kick his ass and get a way better stat line than him. You need to guard him and shut him down, and you need to score at will against him also. A lot of talk about Paulo in the interviews yesterday at practice. Darko giving him praise and talking about how difficult he is to guard. Some people compared him to Carmelo Anthony. Yeah, the way he can score is like Carmelo. See, Paulo's different than Scott. He's not all around like Scott. He's got some very, very good, powerful things, but he doesn't have everything that Scott has. And Scott needs to show him that tonight against the Magic at Scotiabank Arena. All right, let's get into the latest lineup news for tonight's game and also the ref report. So first we'll do Toronto. Toronto does have some injuries, guys. Yesterday we found out from Darko at practice that Chris Boucher did not practice yesterday due to illness. He's sick right now, guys. So he's questionable today. He may not play tonight just because he's sick. So who knows? Maybe Chris had a good time. Maybe he's been doing birthday things. He had 3 days off. Maybe they had a birthday celebration over the 3 days. He got sick. Who knows? But Chris is on the list. He's questionable tonight due to illness. Ochai Agbaji will not play today. It's already ruled out. He didn't practice yesterday. His hand is messed up because of the stitches and cut, and they're not letting him use it in practice. He can practice with the other hand that isn't cut. He can't use the hand that's been cut on the shoe of Peyton Pritchard in that Celtics game the other day. So Ochai will not be playing tonight. He is out for sure, and so is Emmanuel. Emmanuel's ruled out tonight already also. He did not practice yesterday either. So no practice for Boucher, Agbaji, and Quickly yesterday. It means probably those 2 guys are not going to play, and Chris is questionable, just so y'all know. So it's very likely that Davion Mitchell will be starting for the Raptors once again at starting point guard. I'm not going to be upset about that, honestly. So, yeah, Davion, Grady Dick, R.J. Barrett, Scotty Barnes, Jakob Poeltl. Let's go beat the Magic tonight, and let's see what we can do. On the other side of the ball for the Magic, they have a list also. Okay, of course, the Wagner brothers are both out still. Mo will be out for the whole season, but he's had successful surgery to repair his torn ACL on his left knee. Franz is close to coming back, actually. Franz has been cleared to resume contact in practice, and he's expected to be back in the next week. So he should be returning to the lineup. He won't be back tonight, though. So no Franz Wagner tonight and no Mo Wagner either. Jalen Suggs will not be playing tonight. He will not play in the game tonight. He's still out because of that back injury that he suffered in Toronto the last time they were here. So no Jalen Suggs taking the court tonight. Also, Goga Bidzats will not be playing tonight. Also, the big center that had a very good game against us in the last Orlando game, he will not be available for them tonight. That will be on the down low a real blow to them because Poeltl and Bidzats were a good matchup, and in some ways Goga was beating Jakob. But they're going to have to go to backup centers. That means something like Wendell Carter Jr. or something like that's going to be guarding, or Jonathan Isaac. And that's not a good matchup for the Magic with Jakob Poeltl. So we could really kind of lean into Jakob again tonight and utilize him being the biggest guy on the court tonight because Goga is not playing. He has a concussion, and he is out due to concussion protocol. Gary Harris is listed as questionable tonight. He didn't play in the last game, but he may be back tonight. And Jet Howard, the son of Juwan Howard, is also questionable for tonight due to ankle injury. So, yeah, it's a little bit different. The big center and Jalen Suggs will not be there, but Paulo Banchero will be there for them tonight. So it's a little bit of a trade-off. We'll have to see. Yeah, so who is going to be playing for the Magic? Well, with Suggs out, Cole Anthony is likely to start at point guard with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, the great rookie Tristan Da Silva at small forward, Paulo Banchero, and Wendell Carter Jr. at center. That's the likely projected starting lineup for the Magic. Off the bench, Anthony Black, Jonathan Isaac, Corey Joseph, Caleb Houston, Trevelyan Queen. Yeah, that's their bench right now. They're pretty beat up. Right now. Pretty beat up. According to Blake Murphy on Blue Skies, he's saying that Lawson, AJ Lawson, and Al Rashamshe will be with 905 and not up with the Raptors. But I'm guessing because he didn't name the other guys that Battle and Orlando Robinson. And let's see, who else? Shed, Mobo, those guys, Jacoby. The J-Rooks will be with the Raptors today. They will be with the Raptors today. Lawson and Shamshe will not. They'll probably be just with the 905 right now. So, and Mac McClung is in the G League also for Lakeland Magic, Osceola Magic, instead of being for the Orlando Magic. So you won't see Mac McClung dunking exhibition performer play tonight. So there's a look at the latest lineup news. Yeah, there's some injuries on the other side, and we do have injuries too. So we'll see if Chris shows up tonight after being sick. But no Oshai and no Emmanuel tonight for sure, guys. Referees for tonight, very favorable. Nice ref crew for the Raptors tonight. The crew chief is going to be Tyler Ford, number 39 in his 10th season out of Lima, Ohio. We like Tyler Ford. Yellowstone is his favorite TV show. He likes the movie Remember the Titans. He listens to Old Dominion, some country music there. Favorite book is The Power of a Positive Team. His favorite meal is steak. His favorite app is Netflix. He most like to visit Ireland, and his bucket list is to play golf at Augusta National. Yeah, before joining the NBA officiating staff, Ford refereed 5 seasons in the G League, where he worked the finals in 2015 and the All-Star game in 2014. Tyler Ford enjoys playing golf in his free time. Tyler is awesome. Tyler, in my opinion, is the best ref in the NBA right now. He wins. We win about 56% of our games. We've been losing a lot with him this year. We've had him twice this season so far, and we lost both those games. But he's still a really good ref, trust me. Meanwhile, the Magic win 37% of their games. So 56 to 37 for the Raptors in this matchup with crew chief Tyler Ford. So he does favor us in the matchup. Jason Goebel is the second ref, number 68, the younger Goebel brother. His 9th season out of Miami. He likes the TV show Power. He likes the movie Godfather. He listens to Mark Anthony. His favorite book is Pirates in Blue. His favorite meal, veal parmesan. Favorite app, Netflix. So we got the Netflix crew in here. Most like to visit Tahiti. And his bucket list is to roll his own cigar in Cuba. Of course, Jason Goebel was a Miami-Dade Police Department officer for 13 years before becoming an NBA referee. And his brother, John, his older brother, is in his 18th season as an NBA staff official also. So Jason Goebel is very interesting. He's right in the middle. The middle ref is the middle guy. The Raptors and the Magic both have the exact same record under Jason Goebel, 13-14, both losing records. Both teams have won 13 games and lost 14 games with him refereeing his entire career. So that's a 48 win percentage split between both of them, 48-48. And the Raptors have lost all 3 games that Jason Goebel has been present at this season so far. So that's a 0-3 record for the Raptors this season and the 10-32 record, honestly. That's not surprising. So Goebel is a split. He's right down the middle as the middle ref. No favoritism for either team. Jason Goldenberg is the third ref, and Goldenberg is golden, baby. That's right. Number 35, 8th season out of Atlanta, Georgia. His favorite TV show is Yeah, that's right. If you know that theme song, you know what I'm talking about. His favorite movie is that one with Chris Farley and David Spade, where Chris Farley is a rich kid and he has to take over his family's company, but he's an idiot. And David Spade's trying to help him, but he's just an idiot. And his name's Tommy Boy. Yeah, you know that movie. His favorite musician's Rufus Du Sol. He likes the book Ego is the Enemy. His favorite meal is chicken parmesan. His favorite app is the NBA app. He's most like to visit Australia, and his bucket list is to sail around the world in a yacht. Yeah, Jason Goldenberg joined the NBA officiating staff after 5 years as a G League ref. He worked the 2015 G League Finals, and during the offseason, he enjoys traveling around the world, experiencing new cultures, foods, and beaches. Yeah, there you go. Jason Goldenberg is statistically one of the best referees for the Raptors in the whole entire league. He is the top 5 referee. We are 1-2 this season, so we did win a game with him this year, and we've lost 2. We win 68% of our games in the career of Jason Goldenberg being present. And meanwhile, this is crazy. The Magic are the worst team percentage-wise for Jason Goldenberg. They have the lowest win percentage out of all 30 NBA teams with that ref, 32%. So 68-32 for the Raptors with Goldenberg, guys. Yeah, he's a great ref, guys. I love Jason Goldenberg. So, yeah, good ref crew. Tyler Ford, Jason Goldenberg, and then the middle of the pack, Jason Goebel. That's not a bad ref crew, guys. It's way better than Kevin Cutler and that crew we had in the last game we had. So, yeah, this is a pretty good ref crew for tonight. So, yeah, things are looking good for the Raptors. Let's go look and see what the NBA the ESPN matchup predictor is saying for the possibilities of the Raptors winning against the Magic. What the percentage chance right now is. The matchup predictor saying that we've got, wow, we're actually favored, guys. Raptors are favored to win, 51% to win against 49% for the Magic. So we're actually favored to win by the matchup predictor on ESPN right now, 51.4%. So that's a good sign, isn't it, guys? That we're actually favored to win by the matchup predictor on ESPN right now over the Magic. Partly that's because they have been losing lately, and they haven't been as sharp as they should be. So there you go. Guys, shut up, tank people. We may be getting another W tonight. So let's go get a number 11 tonight, y'all. Seriously, we're going to get this out of the ditch. We're going to get this out of the mud, just like Scotty did with his life out of West Palm Beach. We're going to get this out of the mud. That's what we got to do tonight. Paulo, you're going down because Scotty Barnes is a better NBA player than you. He's going to prove it tonight. That's what I want to see. That's right. Let's go check on y'all in the comments and see what y'all are saying this morning. We'll start off with the Commissioner of Fun, Trevor J. Good morning to you, Commissioner Trevor J. How are you this morning, sir? Thank you for all you do. Most of the scars on people's hearts weren't left by their enemies. They were left by the people who claim to love them the most. You know, it's true. You know, sometimes enemies are real easy to just shake off and say, yeah, you don't matter. I don't care. I have no emotional attachment. It's the people you care about and love and you build bonds with that hurt you the most. And it sucks. It's sad. It's part of the reason why people are so scared to open up and let people into their lives because they don't want to get hurt again. And well, this is just something you got to be daring to do if you want to have those kind of relationships. Listen, things are never ever permanent. Nothing in this world is. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be buildings, it could be people, it could be living things, it could be whatever. It could be programs, it could be whatever. Nothing is permanent. Everything has its own lifespan, and it's going to go at some point. And well, in some ways, relationships are like that too. And that's what's sad about this. And Trevor's exactly right. It's the people that you love and you care about that you have the emotional scars over, not the people you don't give a shit about. They're assholes that are out of your life. No. Thank you, Trevor J, for your words of wisdom. It's absolutely true. Absolutely true. Trevor's saying, happy game day. Let's do this together tonight and beat the Magic. It's very, very important that the Raptors continue to play team style game. And interviews with Grady Dick and who was the other one yesterday? It was Kelly Olynyk or somebody. I forget. Maybe it was Bruce Brown. It's RJ. Actually, it was RJ. They're talking about how they need to stay connected, keep playing off of each other, and keep really trying to find the good things off of each other's talent. And the stuff that we're seeing between Barrett and Barnes is just absolutely top notch. There's a real synergy between them and the real talent between them individually, that when their individual talent mixes together, it's really, really an awesome combo. So I want to see more of the BB. If there's no Q out there, well, we'll at least see BB and not Bruce Brown. That's not who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Barnes and Barrett, and hopefully them working off each other to dismantle the Orlando Magic tonight. That's what I want to see. That's right. Randolph Phillips is here. We're coming in with the blessings and the words of wisdom right in a row right here. Randolph Phillips, game day blessings, beloved Raptor Freaks, most informative gang. You can't heal what you conceal until you make the honest choice to reveal what's sick and broken. Wow, there's some rhyming in that scheme. Wow. This is true. Like in some ways, people can be dealing with things on the download that people don't know about, like addictions. Like, some people may be sneaking drinks or sneaking some sort that's not very good for themselves. If they're hiding it and they're not letting people know, nobody will be able to help them. You don't want to crash out and bottom out into a place where it's very, very bad because you weren't seeking help or recognizing that you had a problem. So, yeah, this is so true. Thank you for the words of wisdom, Randolph Phillips. If you're hiding something that you need help for, you're putting off something that you need to just do and get it done and help yourself to get yourself past it. So, yeah, thank you. Blessings to the Phillips family, all the Raptor Freaks on this Tuesday morning. Yeah, let's go beat the Magic. That's right. Jimmy Pope is here. The Pope of Positivity is in the house. A great Raptor Freak, a longtime fan and friend of this channel that has been on this channel for a couple of years now. I love you, Jimmy. I hope you're doing good. He said, I'm proud to be a Canadian today. Hope the Raptors can get a dub today. Yes, after yesterday. Yeah. I don't even want to go into depth in it. I'm ignoring that stuff on purpose. I did not pay attention to the news at all yesterday. And in some ways, I'm just going to ignore it here. This is a U.S. President of the United States free zone as of yesterday. And I'm proud to be a Canadian too. And I think that a lot of people are very proud to be Canadian, and we want to stay Canadian, and we do not want to make any changes to our country as far as joining another country. It's some stupid asinine shit. And in some ways, look, this situation is making me kind of have respect for Doug Ford, which is absolutely crazy because I hate Doug Ford. But if he's going to stand up and say, I'm proud to be Canadian, no, we're not for sale, United States, well, then I can get behind Doug Ford on that one. How about that? So, yeah, I'm proud to be Canadian also, Jimmy Pope. And it sounds like Chris Boucher is proud to be a Canadian also. Smooth Brown Man saying was reading that Chris Boucher is interested in an extension with the Toronto Raptors. Yeah, with all the buzz about trade talk and all this stuff, in an interview with recently, Chris actually said, I'd be very interested in doing an extension this summer and staying in a Raptors jersey next year. There you go, trade machine heads. There you go. What do you think of that? That Chris is very happy being on the Raptors with Coach Darko, even in and out of the rotation and not having steady minutes exactly the right way. He's still very happy playing for the Toronto Raptors and being a part of the Raptor family. He's been on our team for now 6 years. And in some ways, he's the longest standing Raptor other than Scotty. Scotty is the second longest standing. In some ways, he's best friends with Scott. Scott loves him, and he helps our team. And he's a Canadian. And he doesn't hurt NBA Canada stuff for things around Montreal. Let's just put it that way. So I don't know. I mean, everybody's so quick to say, yeah, you got to go somewhere else because your trade value's up or it's just time. We need to trade you. I'm not about trading. And I like keeping it in the family. And if Chris wants an extension this summer to come back and play for the Raptors next year, I will be wholeheartedly happy. That's for sure. Yeah, I love that, Reggie. I love you bringing me that news, and I saw that too. That's the kind of trade rumors and interview stuff I want to talk about, not the bullshit that people are making up on their couches at home. I want to hear it from the horse's mouth. And Chris Boucher is saying he wants an extension with the Raptors, possibly. Then I'm all about that. Yeah. Smith saying if that happens, if if the Raptors are left with no trade for Bruce Brown, they will buy him out. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, they could do that, honestly. That's actually an option. It is going to lose some money, but in some ways, also, some money's going to come off and it'll give us flexibility and he'll be gone. I think we're getting to the point where Bruce Brown lingering around our team is a little toxic. Seriously, do we really need this guy that knows the other shoe's going to drop at any moment? He went through it last year and he's going through it again this trade period. And in some ways, that's part of the reason why maybe Bobby and Messiah are desperate to try and make him get dealt, is because we don't need him hanging around all our young guys and being kind of like, yeah, I'm going to go at some point. We don't want him to be flippant and kind of like casual about it. In some ways, he could be like rub off on some of the young players in certain ways. The NBA business is a business and it can be cold and not totally people kind of thing. But in some ways, the thing we got to do with Bruce is awkward. And he's kind of around. He's popular with the team. But in some ways, at some point, him just hanging around and kind of being like, yeah, if I come, if I stay or whatever. No, he needs to go because we need to free up that spot. We need to free up that money. And we need to get another player that can fit our team better and be very helpful to us right now. So I want him done. I want him dealt. I wanted him dealt last year. And well, he's still lingering around. And in some ways, that's going to get toxic at some point if nothing happens with Bruce, is what I'm saying. So a buyout, I might all be about that. Seriously, some people will be saying, man, this is a huge fail then. You traded for this guy. He's this amount of money, and now you're going to buy him out like this. What a fail. And it's like, well, they're going to do what they got to do. Once again, managing an NBA team, being a general manager, is something that casuals do not understand all the parameters and things that you have to deal with. There's a lot of rules. There's a lot of legalities. There's a lot of personalities. There's a lot of things that you don't take into account sitting at your house with the ESPN trade machine and not understanding the landscape of the actual NBA and what is actually possible under their rules, and also dealing with various different GMs and their personalities. So once again, they live on the moon. Y'all don't, and you do not know what it takes to live on the moon and be an NBA GM, president of the Toronto Raptors. So I'll say that seriously. And they may be doing their best as far as what can be happening. And it's very, very difficult to deal with a toxic contract like Bruce Brown's for $23 million for a guy who don't do jack shit on the court. This is what I'm saying right there. Yeah. Smooth saying there's a real level of urgency to trade Bruce Brown. Front office is doing all that they can to make one happen. If it's a three or four-way deal, they want to be involved. Yeah. Yeah. So they are trying to jump in and get involved with the Jimmy Butler saga. They are trying to jump in and keep an ear to the rest of the league and any kind of other movement that may be possibly happening and saying, hey, do you want us to get involved? Because we can help facilitate in this way with Bruce Brown. And we would like to send him somewhere and see if we can get some assets coming somewhere else. We don't want to be the primary trade person. We just want to be a side person that's just involved to get some transaction happen. That's right. Trevor's saying that Darko said what he noticed about Orlando is he brings a lot of physicality. Orlando Robinson. Yeah, you got to be careful right now because we're playing Orlando tonight, Trevor. And I could have read that as saying what he noticed about Orlando is that they play physical. Yeah, no. He means Orlando Robinson, the latest 10-day contract signing to the Raptors. Yeah, you got to be careful there. We're playing Orlando today, Trevor. You got baby me. If I wasn't on my toes right now, I might have thought you meant Orlando, the team, when you wrote that. Yeah, he did talk about Orlando, the team, though. And he talked about how he doesn't really see them doing very much different with their schemes on offense, but they're very good with their hands. And the thing to watch out for, and this is something they did to us to help them win against us in the first game we played them, is their hands. The way that they steal the ball and they do things on defense, people like Cole Anthony, Jalen Suggs, they are in there, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, they're in there just smacking balls around and deflections. And he said that that's their biggest strength on defense, and that him and RJ both said this in the practice interview yesterday, saying that they have to be very, very precise with their passing to get around the Orlando hands that are trying to steal stuff and grab balls and stuff like that, like they did very effectively in the loss to them the first game of the season. Yeah, so the hands. Watch out for Orlando's hands is what Darko's saying. and that they're not anything special on offense. They're doing what everybody else is doing in the league, but their hands on defense is the very dangerous thing about Orlando and makes them special as an NBA team right now. Yeah, Orlando Robinson, we got to see what's going to happen with him. Darko has not seen enough of him to understand him. He said he's only gotten 2 practices with him since we signed him, and he's really trying to learn our system. That's the most important thing, obviously, is that Orlando Robinson has to get used to our offensive plays and understanding what to do in them. But he likes what he's seeing. He said that he's a very defensive, forceful person, and that he's very, very eager, and he's very, very enthusiastic about being on the Raptors, and he's trying really, really hard. He's putting in a really good effort. So those are the early notes from Darko on our 10-day Orlando Robinson, the new center, from practice. That he's working really hard. He has a lot of motivation, and he's coming with some physical presence and force into practice. So there you go. There's the early notes. Jimmy Pope is saying, yeah, I have Scott Plus. I hope Scott puts on a show. Retro Court tonight? Yes. If you can tell from the post earlier, the Raptors are going to be playing in the purple tonight in the retro purple front black back jerseys. This is a purple dinosaur game tonight. And yeah, you can see it in the ads for the games coming up. You see Scotty and Grady in the picture wearing the purple jerseys for the ad for tonight. And it was marked on my calendar as a purple jersey game from the beginning of the season. So yeah, we're going to be retro tonight. Just so y'all know, if you want to wear something that goes along with the team, like I do sometimes, if I know they're going to wear red, I'll wear my red Scotty jersey. Well, wear a purple jersey tonight because it's purple night. That's right. Nako's saying Paulo's scoring is better, though his efficiency could be better. Scotty is more complete. I think that's a fair judgment, Gerald, that Paulo is a better scorer. He's more aggressive to score, that's for sure, than Scotty is. But Scotty Barnes is a more complete NBA player that can do way more of everything else on the court. Yes, I'll agree with that. I would also say that Scotty is a better defender than Paulo Banchero. And we're going to see that. Yeah, we're going to see that. Now, saying Bruce Buyout would be bad. Okay, Sheep. Once again, he's doing the bad. I don't want to put any opinion of good or bad on it because it's just the road that we get to. It's like you go down the road. You hope that the forks in the road will get you to the places you want to go. Well, these forks don't go to the exact place, and you got to do something like this. You just got to do this, and this is management of a team. You just got to do this. Sometimes you got to cut your losses and take a little bit of an L, even in a GM world. And in some ways, let's not put any adjectives on it, Gerald. How about that? We'll just say it's a transaction. It's just what we had to do at this time. Because you know what happens when you start putting labels like that. It's a bad and stuff like that. Idiots that listen may hear you and be, yeah, this is horrible. We need to fire Masai. So let's not even start a little spark of a fire or anything like that. They're managing this team the best they can. They're doing a great job. I trust them. As Charles Barkley says, they're one of the 2 best GMs in the league between them and Sam Presti. So let's not even say that this would be bad. This would be business as what we need to do pertaining to the circumstances of what is possible and taking advantage of what we can at this point. And in some ways, yeah, the Siakam trade was not ideal in some ways. I am not totally thrilled with the Siakam trade in hindsight. But we still have time to make up for it with another draft pick next year. And, we may get something from Bruce Brown still. Y'all may be shocked. That may still happen. So we'll have to see. But, yeah, let's not put any adjectives on it saying that it's bad because, lower IQ and individuals in Raptors Nation will take it and run with pitchforks and torches to come after our front office. And that's not worth doing. It really isn't. Not over Bruce Brown. Come on now. Seymour saying Milwaukee is going all in to bring Beal as a third option. Not sure why. Yeah, they're a horribly ran team if they're really trying to do this. Seriously? You're being for real, Seymour? You're for real, Sheriff? You're saying there's a chance that they want to get Bradley Beal on there? They're idiots. They're absolutely idiots. Milwaukee, you're run very badly. In the last couple of years, y'all have been run so horribly. Whether it's firing Coach Bud, whether it's a mishandling of Adrian Griffin, which just really bad personnel decisions. Drew Holiday, hello. Yeah, lots of bad decisions by Milwaukee. And this would be a hugely bad decision. What would you need him for? Seriously. You're better off with the guy who you have on your team already that's kind of like that. What's his name? Beasley. Just let Beasley be Beal. You already have Beasley. Just let him be Beal. Act like he's Bradley Beal. Don't even bring him there. Just trust me on this. Say, Malik Beasley, You're now Bradley Beal. We're going to call you Bradley Beal. Okay. And you're going to be Bradley Beal. Don't even bring the real Bradley Beal there. Trust me. Just don't do it, Milwaukee. You guys would be idiots to do it. You got Gary Trent Jr., Chris Middleton, Dame Lillard. Bradley Beal's not necessary. He's not necessary. Why do you want to get so many of these guys? Because they all play the same position. They're all kind of similar players. It's stupid, Milwaukee. You're going to put all that money on your cap just for that. Oh, my gosh. It's so dumb, Seymour. So dumb. So stupid. Kaz is saying, good morning, Lex from Raptor Freak. Good morning to you, Trucker Kaz. He's on the road again. Seymour saying, Raptors by 7 tonight. Ooh, I like that City Slicker. I like that. Raptors by 7. I want to beat them by more, though. Yeah, I want a double-digit win. That's right. Stargate saying, didn't Lex ask to chill with the trade talk? Damn, the guys, to respect the platform, guys. Damn. Well, in some ways, it is the time of the year, Stargate. I will say that. And the thing is that some of the trade talk they're bringing up right now is stuff I like the Chris Boucher extension. And, they're just touching on it. Basically, what I said yesterday was I'll go over a trade speculation, but I just want to talk about it for one comment. And I don't want to draw it out for like 5 or 6 comments, basically. So it is the time of year, so it is fair to talk about trades. I normally, most of the year, do not want to talk about trades, but it is the time of year where it is coming around that time in February where the deadline's coming up. And it is a valid thing to talk about. As long as we don't harp on one situation like we were with the Looney Golden State stuff yesterday. That's just not – I don't want to talk about one deal for like half an hour. I'll look at it for 2 or 3 minutes and move on, and we'll cover the stuff that's real. But I appreciate you looking out for me, Stargate. I appreciate that. Derps he said 5-minute trade talk's fine. That's right. That's right. Derps is just repeating what I said there. Let's see what else you guys are saying this morning. Hang on. It just jumped ahead. I want to make sure I get in my spot. Smooth saying it's Bruce Brown. It's okay. Yeah, we do need to talk about Bruce Brown. Bruce Brown is a topic that is going to be scrutinized until something happens with him. And in some ways, that's important. And that's very deep stuff. And Seymour, you don't need to call anybody Karen. You don't need to do that. Don't be a negative Nancy. No, Stargate's fine. I appreciate Stargate for doing that because honestly, he's just trying to help me run my channel. And I appreciate him for that. And you guys are fine too. Don't worry. It's all good. Yeah. Derps is saying the Raptors are favored. I can't believe it. I know. In some ways, we've only been favored. There was one other game we were favored in this year. It was against Brooklyn, and we did win it, I think. We were favored to beat Brooklyn on New Year's Day. Yeah, so wait, we were favored to beat Brooklyn the first time we played them, and we lost to them, too. So, yeah, there's been a few games that we've been, favored to win, and whether we won them or not, that's been hit or miss. But, yeah, we're favored tonight, barely. 51% chance the Raptors are going to win tonight against the Magic. Let's see. G's saying Franz and Jalen are out, and looks like IQ and Osha are out for us. Yeah. Those are pretty big names. IQ for Franz. Yeah. I mean, I'm glad Franz is out right now, honestly. We'll probably see him, though, when we go to Orlando later in the season for the back-to-back games in Orlando. We're doing back-to-back games later this week. We're going to Atlanta tomorrow, and we'll play 2 games in Atlanta, Thursday night and Saturday night, and they'll be around Atlanta for a couple of days. We're going to see the Raptors possibly do some TNT or TBS or some Turner broadcasting because that's where they're in Atlanta. We can also see them. I don't know. Hopefully they're going to do some NBA stuff with NBA TV because they're going to be around Atlanta. We'll have to see. Kareem Thomas saying, I don't believe in Magic. So, yeah, Raptors by 14. You don't believe in Magic? Okay. Why are you busting on David Blaine, Chris Angel, David Copperfield's work? Yeah, I know why you don't believe in Magic, Kareem. You saw that Magic's Mysteries Exposed special back in the day with the guy in the mask. You know what I'm talking about? Mysteries of Magic Exposed on TV. That was a cool show. It's kind of freaky, though. So the guy's mask was scary, and they played like Unsolved Mysteries kind of music. And you're like, oh. It's like, this is how they cut the lady in half. This is why he don't believe in magic. Because he saw that show. He saw how they did it. That's right. Seymour saying game day, big win tonight, pending. No, I'm not spinning out, right? I'm coming through fine. Okay, good. We want that internet working today. That's right. Stargate saying if you throw a rock in a pack of dogs, the one who yelps got hit. You know what? I'm going to give Stargate a dunk for that one because that is so down homey. That made me feel like I was back in Tallahassee with that one. That sounded like something an old man on a porch told me once. It's like walking down the street. I didn't even talk to him. He said, hey, young man, I got to tell you something. If you throw a rock in a pack of dogs, the one who yelps got hit. Okay, sir. Thank you. That's crazy. All right, Stargate, you're getting a dunk. You're getting a dunk. He's being honestly, I appreciate him looking out for me on the trade talk stuff, but also that's hilarious. 15 dunks for Stargate now. You got 5 dunks this year already, man. Good job, man. All right, let's keep going. Let's see. Seymour saying just ordered a Tempo hoodie. I can't wait. Awesome. That's so cool. Man, Seymour, he's getting them 30th anniversary ruffles. He's getting the Tempo hoodie. Man, I got to get a Tempo hoodie. Where's my Tempo gear? I got to get some Tempo gear. Lexi, what are you doing? Get your Tempo gear. Everybody else is getting it. I've seen it online all over the place. In fact, let's go look at the Instagram stories and see these people getting their Tempo gear. First of all, Grady Dick is showing up in the car to see Tracy McGrady. I've just realized it's Tracy McGrady Dick. Does that make sense, Gillette? You won't do that, though. Tracy McGrady Dick. That's like, the whole thing about the celebrities have the same name. You can run them right in a row. It's like Jeopardy. That one category, Tracy McGrady Dick is the answer, Alex. Who is Tracy McGrady Dick? That makes sense because it's Grady Dick. Tracy McGrady, Grady Dick. Oh, that's so funny. But yeah, they're showing the behind the scenes of their Gillette commercial. And I love Tracy McGrady embracing his Raptor roots and him saying in the commercial, let's go Toronto, let's go Raptors. See, he's not dissing the Raptors. He loves the Raptors. He always loved the Raptors, even though he left way back. He's been cool to the Raptors for a while. So, yeah, McGrady's not like Vince, but Vince is cool now, too, which is great. The cousins are both back in the fold of being positive Raptors alumni, embracing their purple roots, on being in the Raptors as rookies, young men in the NBA, and going off to other places later. But, yeah, they're Raptors now again. Vince Carter and Tracy McGrady. And Tracy McGrady doing commercials with Grady Dick shows exactly what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying right there. Jamal Shed putting on blast some young man who's playing for Houston. I believe that's for Houston, the college. Edwards is the name on the back of the jersey. Let's see who else we got. SGA is still put on blast Jalen Williams. He wants Jalen Williams to go to the All-Star game, and he wants his teammate Jalen to make it there. He's got all these factoids about him. Vote Funder. You can't vote anymore. The voting closed yesterday. 9:05 on their official. It's got Frank Kaminsky getting photo shots. Yeah, he's getting his headshots. Frank Kaminsky. I know. It's kind of funny. Let's see. Jamal McGlure celebrating Dr. King MLK Day yesterday on his Instagram. And also announcing, this is fantastic news, former NBA player from Montreal who played for the Miami Heat and is a great Canadian, played for the Canadian national team also. Joel Anthony has bought an ownership piece of the Montreal Alliance. So now he is in a partnership with Chris Boucher for that team in ownership. And he is part owner of the CEBL team for Montreal now. So Joel Anthony has joined the CEBL family. And that's awesome. That's awesome to see Joel in the picture there. So Jamal's very proud of his countryman and former NBA player. Yeah. And Jamal's word of wisdom for today. Jamal McGlure saying, if you want to go far in life, learn to be bored, silent, and alone. There you go. Lloyd has got words of wisdom right here for you guys. He's saying, the more you trust God, the more he amazes you. And I'm sure What About Lloyd is having just a great and amazing life. And who would have known, Lloyd, years ago that you would meet a kid on 2K named Scott Barnes, and this has happened. That one of your best friends is in the NBA and one of the best players in the NBA all of a sudden. Who would have dreamed that, Lloyd? Seriously. That's right. God will amaze you. That's for sure. That's for sure. The Raptors are putting on blast the Raptors coaches open house, which is this weekend, guys. And it's this Sunday, and it's in the morning. It's like at 9 a.m. on Sunday at Scotiabank Arena. We went last year. It's on a Sunday, so it's easier for a lot of people to get to. It's from 9 to like 1 p.m. Apparently, Monique is going to go. She's got her ride all set up, and she's going to go to it. I would highly recommend anybody that wants to go should go. Get up early on Sunday morning and go to the Scotiabank Arena and go to the coaches open house. You got to register, though. You can get in there. I'm guessing that they want more people to come, and the attendance isn't looking too good, partly because the record of the Raptors and maybe also because the event is on the time it is, that they're encouraging people who went before to come back. because they may not have the kind of numbers they normally have for the coaches open house. So y'all, if you're very much interested in this event, it's fantastic. You get to see a real Raptors practice in front of you with all the players there. The entire Raptors team will be there running a closed practice in front of the coaches open house audience. You want to see that? You can get your chance this weekend on Sunday morning. If you sign up, you got to sign up ahead. You can't just show up out of the blue. They won't let you in unless you're signed up through their program, and you can go in and watch it. So check out the Coaches Open House on their official Raptors Instagram account and their stories. They have a portal for you to enroll now and register. So yeah, seriously consider this. And they have some new stuff to it that they didn't do last year. I'm very intrigued about. Unfortunately, I cannot go myself, but Superfan Mo will be there. She'll be there. Yeah, let's see what else is on the Instagram. There's the Raptors in the City Edition jerseys. Game day, January 21st, 7:30 p.m. tip with Grady and Scotty wearing the 1 and the 4 with that logo behind me on the jersey right there. Davion Mitchell is showing old highlights of him when he was in high school. Somebody dug up the old archive of Davion as a young player and showing him just going crazy, man, in high school. So some high school clips of Davion, young Davion, in his Instagram right now, if you want to see that. And also, he has a picture of him sitting in his Steph Curry shirt at the 905 game on Sunday. Oshai got a new family member. Oshai's got a new cat named Rita, and it's so cute. It looks like just a little gray Bengal cat. Yeah, there he is holding it. Watch out. Don't let that cat rip up your hand, is what I'm saying, Oshai. But yeah, meet Rita, another baby added to our family. So cute. So cute. Oshai and his fiance and their ever-growing family with a new cat named Rita. That's right. Toronto Tempo has got their swag all over the place, just like Seymour Pape out in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, rocking the hoodie. There's all kinds of people posting on their social media themselves, opening the purple boxes and getting that Tempo stuff out. Yeah, that's right. Canada's first WNBA team. Boom. Canada's first WNBA hoodie. That's right. And that's what Seymour's rocking out there in Alberta right now. There's a toque, a beautiful white toque with the purple chartreuse red logo of the Tempo on there. Yeah, things are looking nice. Things are looking good with the Toronto Tempo stuff. Fantastic stuff. Looks like that Teresa Resch was on Chum with Marilyn talking about the WNBA on there. So good stuff. Getting on the radio, doing a radio show yesterday. And yeah, all kinds of Tempo pictures of people in Tempo stuff all over the city in cool ways. Jonathan Mobo has a nice picture of him dunking on bridges of the Valley Suns the other day. And he got his hair retwisted yesterday. Jay Nathan getting his hair retwisted and ready for basketball action. Siakam is in Paris. That's right. We got Paris tourist Pascal Siakam with the Indiana Pacers. There he is with Tyrese Halliburton walking on the streets of Gay Paris. There he is in front of the Paris Eiffel Tower. And he said some funny stuff. They're being total tourists. There's the whole team taking a picture of them out in front of the Eiffel Tower. Of course, Siakam loves Paris. He's been there recently. He was there last summer. And also he's, very well versed with the language around there. So a fluent French speaker. So it's like, because of France, it's like no big deal. It's like, hey, it's all good. So yeah, they're out there at the Eiffel Tower. The Pacers are taking pictures on the NBA Paris trip with all the guys. Siakam, yeah, just being Siakam. There's your Instagram stories for today. Yeah, Siakam's in Paris and Tempo gear all over the place, including in Alberta. That's right. Derbs is saying home game. Let's go. That's right. We can win this one. Listen, I want to tell you people that are going to the game tonight. If you are a lucky individual who's going to the Scotiabank Arena tonight to see the Raptors play the Orlando Magic, you get the opportunity to yell your face off. Yeah, that's what I want you to do. Don't go down there and sit like it's dinner theater, be all polite, be all, this is such a great game. It's so entertaining. They jump so high, honey. No, get crazy. Get out of yourself, Canadian fans. They're going down the arena tonight. Get loud. If you don't get to get loud in your life ever, you get the chance tonight. If you're at Scotiabank Arena and you're at an NBA game and you're watching the Raptors play the Magic, you need to get loud tonight. And that means whenever the Orlando Magic are touching the ball or have possession of the ball, you are chanting defense at the full volume of your voice. That's what I want to hear from you guys that go to the game tonight. It's a Tuesday night. It's not necessarily the best night for crowds. Monday, Tuesday, Sunday. Those are not the best nights sometimes. The weekends when people get crazy, like on a Friday or a Thursday, people get real crazy in the arena. Well, let's prove something tonight. Tuesday night crowd at Scotiabank Arena. Let's get loud. Let's get loud for 48 minutes, 4 quarters, and let's help our team with energy because we can give them energy to beat the Orlando Magic tonight, Raptors fans. It's up to you to come down there and give it to them by making volume with your voice. That's what I want to hear tonight, Raptors fans. If you're going down there, if you're privileged and lucky enough to get to watch the Toronto Raptors play live against the Orlando Magic tonight, I want to hear y'all. I want to hear y'all through the TV. I give you that challenge, Raptors fans that are going down there. Because if you give them the energy on the court tonight, they'll give you that energy back in winning and excellence of beating the Orlando Magic. So it's something, it's a reaction. It's like a stimuli. Give them the stimuli and we will get the results is what I want right now. That's right. That's right. Kazakhstan, Doug Ford, a real one for standing up for Canada. I hope that most politicians in Canada would stand up in this kind of way. Obviously, Danielle Smith won't because she is on, whatever. But at least the Premier of Ontario standing hard on that. And this is the only thing I really agree with him on. So let's not get it twisted. He's not necessarily a real one, but at least he's for his country and he's not being a sellout like the Premier of Alberta. So I'll say that. I'll say that at least. I don't want to give him too much, Kaz. I don't want to give him too much. He's still destroying Ontario Place and the Science Center right now. Kareem Thomas is saying, all I know is he didn't put his hand on the Bible during the swearing of oath. That's how you know this shit is going to be so wild the next 4 years. Sorry, I don't want to discuss this bad shit, but it's crazy. Well, I don't know. You can read into that all you want in different ways. In some ways, yeah, maybe he isn't a man of God. Maybe he isn't swearing to God. Maybe his God is somewhere down below where he pointed his fingers to. And yeah, who knows? Either way, yeah, you're treading a line there, Kareem Thomas. But I did notice that also. Yeah, I did. Derps is saying Bruce just said he doesn't care about trade talks anymore. Neither does Kelly. He was super surprised with the Indy to Toronto one, though. Yeah, absolutely moved Bruce yesterday. Yeah. I mean, it's just he's too casual about things in some ways. And his play is too casual. That's the thing that's bugging me. He's back and he's healthy and he's getting time on the court. And in some ways, he's too casual about fucking up. He's fucking up a lot. Like in some ways, I've noticed when he's on the court, the other Raptors are not trying to give him the ball. Scotty in particular. If Scotty's on the court with Bruce Brown, he's not trying to pass him the ball. But you could be open near him. He's not going to give him the ball. Because in some ways, I'll bet you some of the guys on the team, excuse me, see Bruce Brown as a dead end as far as like an offensive choice. So, yeah, it's a weird situation. In some ways, yeah, we need to showcase him so that people are more enticed to want to get him. But also at the same time, he's not looking good when we showcase him. And that's a problem. That is a problem right there. Yeah, Kazakhstan, a Bruce Brown buyout when you could have just declined his option as clown move. Yeah, you mean from last year, if we could have just declined his option. Yeah, I mean, let's not point out any kind of mistakes. In some ways, I'm going to cover up mistakes for them if they did make any mistakes, because this is something I'll do. But yeah, anyway, let's move on. Kareem saying, I guess today would be the best day to give Orlando Robinson some burn. All right, you know what? This is a very simple dad joke, and I don't know how many dunks Kareem has so far this year. He's not run out the gates as the top dunker. Well, he does have 5 now, so he's at 15. So he's tied with Stargate. I don't know. There's a couple people with 15. Let me see who's got 15 so far. G's got 15. Kareem's got 15. Oh, Monique's got 18. So Monique is actually the dunk leader right now. And Stargate has 15. So those are our dunk leaders currently right now. So it's like G, Kareem, and Stargate. And then Monique is on top with 18. So she's a dunk leader right now. That's cool, man. Fiercey's here. Good morning, fam. Happy Tuesday and game day. Yes. MJ, hope you're having a fantastic Tuesday. It's still very, very cold here in Ontario where I am. And yeah, it's nasty. It's crazy. It's so cold. The chickadees won't even come out right now. They're all hid up somewhere and trying to stay as warm as possible. You know it's cold when you won't even see the coldest of weather birds coming out and being around in the yards. There's no animals trying to do nothing out in the yard right now. None of them. I ain't seen a red squirrel in about a month. And I know that they're still around. They're just hiding and sleeping in their little burrows somewhere. Yeah. Let's see. Stargate saying at Derps. Let's see. You're right. He did say that. Yeah, yeah. I don't know, man. Bruce Brown is whatever. In some ways, let's just see what happens when something wherever it happens. Seymour saying, "What pop? Hope all is well, Fiercey." Yes, always wishing well for Fiercey and Fiercey Jr. and Fiercey's family, and things going on around her life for sure. Fiercey saying, "We already Jalen Suggs is going to play." He's not going to play tonight, though. Fiercey, you were going to say we already know Jalen Suggs is going to play hard, 400%. He's always motivated against us. I wonder why. Extra motivated. Well, he's still hurt from the game against us when he wrenched his back and they had to take him off the court with the towel over his head. He hasn't returned from that injury yet. So he is not playing tonight. He is absolutely out tonight. He will not be on the court tonight. Jalen Suggs is a DMP, will not be out there for sure. Absolutely positive he won't be out there. Derps is saying expirings have value, so I hear. I guess we'll see. Well, we'll just have to see how this plays out. Once again, I'm not going to be critical on Masai because in some ways this is just a mess of the Pascal situation just reverberating outward. And once again, GM's records aren't going to be unblemished. They're going to have a couple L's in there sometimes, and this may end up being an L in the end, and I'll admit it. But for the most part, how many W's does our front office collect? And overall, every front office is collecting W's and L's at certain percentages. And I say we get a pretty good high percentage of winning in most transactions that we do. So it's tough. I hate, in some ways, this does seem like this will be an L for our front office. But once again, I'm going to say, what is the percentage of how often they L compared to other teams? And maybe this one is a bad one, the Pascal trade and Bruce Brown and all that. But whatever. They're making him look bad. I know they are. Bruce Brown's making them look bad, and I don't like this. I don't like this. Let's see. Seymour saying rely on Masai is what I preach to. A whole lot of future GMs. I know these people are never going to be GMs. They don't have no root to it. You know, you're not going to get there. You guys don't know what you're talking about. You seriously don't. And so just stop. Now, if this is some sort of weird situation where this is an L, I'm going to do PR to spin it in the best possible way for Bobby and Masai. Because, man, I don't want them to look bad. And I know that people are going to come critical at them depending on how this all turns out. And Michael Grange will write an article about what a failure they are. And a whole bunch of other people will be like, oh, Michael Grange said they're a failure, so they must be fire them. And then, Ed Rogers is, maybe I'll have to fire Masai because Michael wrote this article about him and all the fans are mad. Oh, stupid shit like that. Cream saying that Pascal trade looks shittier every day that goes by. I guess we are just hoping that the Pacers draft pick pans out. Bruce Brown rides horses. He can't hang with the Rat Pack. Scotsman never going to give you up. Scotsman. All right, listen to what I'm saying. Bruce Brown is not the only part of the Pascal trade. We've got to factor in Jacoby Walter. Let's just think about that. What is Jacoby Walter ends up being such a huge, crazy player? He is a part of this deal. And in some ways, Jacoby is looking real good in that extra draft pick that we got from last year. So in some ways, we got to look at it all. Jordan Nwora was part of that deal too, even if he was a half-year rental. And we got a Buffalo kid, a dream to play for the Toronto Raptors. And it was kind of a nice, warm, fuzzy feeling. We didn't get a whole lot from him, but we got about a half year from him. And, there's a couple of different things that are involved in this. Part of the Utah deal to get Kelly and Oshai was involved in the Pacers deal too. So there's a lot of different parts of it that it's not just Bruce Brown for Pascal Siakam. There was Jordan Nwora, and there were 3 draft picks also in there. And those 3 draft picks, those kind of will make the balance better. Well, hopefully we can still salvage something for Bruce. We'll have to see. Trevor J saying, this is something I wanted to bring up. This is so interesting. Yesterday in the interview with Grady Dick said that he thinks that Davion Mitchell is the best defensive player in the NBA. He did. He said that. He said Grady was talking about learning. Like there was a very mean question to Grady at one point, talking about what it was Eric Koreen. Eric Koreen saying to Grady, do you think you need to work on your offense or your defense more? Which one are you having more trouble with? And obviously, Grady's a little touchy and sensitive about his defensive stuff right now because, everybody can see it. At times, he is a problem on our defense. He's getting beat, but he knows it, and he's upset about it. In some ways, he was kind of like, listen, I know that I have struggles on one side of the ball, and I'm doing everything I can to get better, and that's getting bigger. I've said this. I'm going to continue to build my muscles and my body so that I can play defense better over my career. But I'm learning. And the other thing I want to say is I'm learning from the best defensive player in the league, Davion Mitchell, on how to steal the ball and do stuff. That's what he said. That's Grady's own words right there. He said he's learning from the best defensive player in the league, Davion Mitchell. That's what he thinks. Seriously. I don't mind that. I think that's awesome. That's amazing. All right. I'm going to do those classic card very soon. Trevor's saying that, hang on. Let's see. Whoa. I jumped ahead. Detroit beat the Suns yesterday. Yeah, Pistons are on their way up. Telling you, they're a good team. Cass is saying if Davion is the best defensive player in the league, he should be top 5 in the running for defensive player of the year. Let my ass off. I think that in some ways Grady may want to clarify that. Look, I think that it may be that Davion Mitchell is the best point of attack defender in the league. I think that that's what you have to say. People are going to say Rudy Gobert, Victor Wembanyama, all the names, certain names that always get bandied around in defensive stuff like OG. But, in some ways you could make a case that Davion Mitchell is the best point of attack defender, like outside defender, like on point guards and dribblers around the 3-point land. That's what Grady probably meant when he said that. And there may be a lot of truth to that. Of course, they're not going to put a spotlight on that or even come clean that this may be true in the league. They're not even willing to put one of our rookies in the rookie rankings on ESPN, even though we have probably the best rookie class in the whole entire league right now. So it is what it is. They're going to ignore us. And in some ways, don't diminish our value just because the NBA doesn't recognize it. I think Grady's right. I think that Davion Mitchell is the best defensive player in the backcourt in the NBA right now. It just needs a clarifier, It just needs a clarifier. Kareem saying, I keep saying Raptors should try to resell Brown to Denver. I think that's a great idea. The familiarity is there for the Nuggets, and they need bench depth. I would take second rounders for Brown if that's even possible. Yeah. Well, they're going to look into everything. Trust me. These guys are on the moon working those moon phones overtime, trying to call the other moons of the other GMs around the league and the solar system. And they're going to try and see what they can do. They're going to get the best that they can do. Trust me. And seriously, a lot of people think there's opportunities left and right and they're just passing them up. No, that's not how it works. Opportunities come and there's little windows of when you can jump on them. And there may not be as many opportunities as you think, and they may not be as good as you think either. And that's what I'm saying right there. Yeah, Nako's saying Pascal trade, I think, was a success. Maybe not as much as the OG trade. Jacoby and Oshai are good prospects. The 2026 draft, I hear, is of a similar quality to 2025. For when they traded Pascal is fine. They had to do it when they did it. In some ways, they were balancing, honoring, and being respectful to Siakam with also the needs of the team and the future with our salary cap. And they did it when they had to do it. In some ways, they really did want to try and see it, one more half season of Pascal with our team, with Coach Darko, and seeing if it was working. And it wasn't. It wasn't. It's just that, when you go on a build like you do from Siakam's rookie year up into the championship and you do such amazing, successful things, and then you go through Tampa and you go through all this like season since, it's hard because Fred and Pascal and OG have been through the whole ride and seen it. And then, afterwards, the way it is now, it's just not fun because in some ways, don't see them rebuilding and it's hard to get going and get the gumption again. And in some ways, you need to change the scenery. And that's just what it was at that point for Van Vliet, for Siakam, for Anunoby. It's just that they were that part of that era of the Raptors, and we had to turn the page. We had to turn the page for Scott. Fiercely saying, oops, I just read Wagner and Suggs are out. Thanks for the update, fam. Yeah, both Wagners are out, and the Goga is out too, which is a huge thing. I think in some ways, Suggs is important, sure, but their center being out is even more huge, literally. And I think that, Goga being out is going to really hurt them, and we should really, really, really mess them up with Jakob being the biggest guy on the court. Scotty, in some ways, might be the second biggest guy on the court tonight. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see how big he plays against Paulo. That's right. Yeah. Kareem's saying, wait, I like David Blaine. Oh, okay. So you believe in magic when it comes to David Blaine? It's like you're waiting in line at a mall to go into a store or something. And he walks up to you and says, hey, kid, hey, listen, look at this card and read it. What does it say on it? Oh, is that your address? Yeah. How do you think I knew that? Yeah, I read your mind. Actually, I've been watching you for a month, and I just followed you. and I just came up on you and showed you a card with your address already written on it because I already knew who you were. That's creepy, man. What is that? David, man, how do you do that? I've been staking you out. How did you do that? How did you do that? Oh my gosh. Joseph said, was that show on YTV? Laugh out loud. The no, it was on in the States, the Magic Secrets Revealed. No, it was on like ABC or something. It was on a national television channel in the United States. And it was like, I think it was Fox, actually. It seemed like a Fox show in the mid 90s. Magic Secrets Revealed. And then the dungeon master magician with the weird fencing mask and like weird eyes painted on it. And like he's got gloves on and he's like, they can't tell who he is because he's revealing the secrets. And the Magicians Guild will come and get him. Just like on Arrested Development with Job with his magician stuff on there, that stupid show, Arrested Development. If you ever watched it, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, the older brother, he's trying to be a magician. He reveals all the secrets, and the Magicians Guild comes after him. Yeah, that's where you got to watch out. Y'all, it's on YouTube probably. You can probably find it. Or just look it up. Magic Secrets Revealed. I think it's what it's called or something like that. It's pretty cool. It's not on YTV. It was scary. It was scary, and it was on at like 8 p.m. on prime time, and Fox or something like that. Kareem saying Stargate. I'm going to need more of them kind of references. The Rock, Dog, and Yelps were fantastic. That's very down homey. It's very, very down homey. It makes me very much think about being in Leon County in Florida, hanging around in Miccosukee, in Quincy. Yeah, maybe down in Wakulla. Yeah, down near the coastline, the Gulf of Mexico. Yes. Stargate saying, well, Lex, I don't stoop to unnecessary adolescent name calling, unlike others. Yeah, no, there's no reason to do the Karen stuff, guys. Seriously, Stargate is just trying to be helpful to my channel, and I appreciate him, and I appreciate you guys too. And once again, I have a rule like I did in on my wrestling group that I administer on Facebook. Y'all can't be fighting each other. People fight in the comments about wrestling. No, Hulk Hogan is better than the Ultimate Warrior. No, the Ultimate Warrior is better than Hulk Hogan. And then they start name calling. Well, I start putting people out. And that's the thing. You can argue, you can maybe discuss, but don't stoop to name calling. No. That's bad. That's bad. Let's see. Stargate saying again, Stone Dog Yelp. Okay, there you go. Let's see. Trevor saying he received his 2 Toronto Tempo hoodies on Saturday. Ooh, look at that. Trevor ordered up his hoodies and he got them. Ooh, I bet they're slick. Is it good quality material? Did they get them made right? That's what I'm wondering right now. That's awesome. Let's see. What else? Kareem saying, Trevor, I never got mine yet. Do you have my address correct? Oh, it's funny. All right, let's see. Stargate say both Scotty and Grady totally ignored Brown on the fast breaks in the last couple games. Yes, I noticed that also, and rightfully so, probably. Trevor's saying, if I was married to you, Kareem, you get one. There you go. You just got to get him to marry you. There you go. And Kareem saying, okay, so put a ring on it. The fuck? Okay, Beyonce. All right. Stargate saying, a few years ago, everybody was touting Danny Ainge as the best GM in the league, and now the Jazz are rebuilding just like the Raptors, and now looking to get rid of Walker Kessler. That's a good player. Yeah, I mean, the names that are always near the top are Sam Presti and Masai Ujiri. It's just the truth. And Ernie Johnson and Charles Barkley having Masai on the steam room last week and telling it to his face. Charles said, you guys have the best front office with Oklahoma City in the league. He's talking about Toronto. And, he doesn't have to say that. You don't have to blow that smoke up people's ass. He's saying it because it's true. And that's what Raptors fans need to realize is our front office is one of the best front offices, top 3 front offices in this entire league of 30 teams. And they even tried to get Masai to switch sides, saying, would you ever consider working for another team in the league? And he said, no, I'm with the Raptors. I want to see this through. This isn't easy, a rebuild, but I like the challenge of doing a rebuild. It's different than anything I've ever done in my career. And I'm here. I like to see things through. And I'm not going anywhere, is what he said. So, and then at the end of the interview, Charles said, I think you should be the next commissioner of the NBA. They're damn for sure trying to get Masai out of his job here in Toronto. Any which way they can. He may end up being the commissioner of the NBA just to get him off Toronto. Seriously. And you're going to say he's a bad GM or he's doing a bad job. Well, the NBA wants him to be the commissioner, possibly. You tell me how bad job Masai Ujiri does. Oh my gosh, come on now. Come on now. That's right. Nako's saying Walker Kessler is only 23. He can fit a rebuild. You know, he may be a retread, like a reclamation project that we come and get, like a Stanley Johnson, like a Davion Mitchell. You get a player that was on another team that just didn't fit right and things weren't working right. I don't know. Walker Kessler is a fantastic center. And in some ways, I'd be very interested in him in a Raptors jersey. So who knows? And maybe Masai and Bobby understand this, and maybe who knows? Maybe he will show up in a Raptors jersey at some point. We'll have to see. Stargate saying, Nako, if they draft a Cooper or Ace, one of those two of Walker or Laurie may need to be moved. Talking about the Jazz, they get Cooper Flag or Ace Bailey. They might have to move Markkanen or Kessler. Interesting. Yeah. Smooth saying there's no fit with Denver for Bruce Brown. I've heard the Deke and stuff. I'm interested in him, though, taking on the remaining 3 years of his contract. Zeke. Are you talking about Zeke Naji? That was the one that I was hearing. Kazakhstan, I think the Jazz are asking way too much for Kessler, in my opinion. That's probably right. They were asking too much for their other players that they sent. Like when they sent Gobert and Mitchell out of there, they were asking for too much then. Seymour saying, when's the next meetup? Well, we were supposed to do one this weekend, but we didn't do it. We did the watch along instead. In some ways, you know, maybe what should have been this coach's open house coming up this week. We don't have one scheduled right now. We don't have a meetup schedule right now. In some ways, I may not do another one for the rest of the year. I'm kind of in a weird out here in the country in the winter mode, and I'm not really wanting to go to the city very much right now. So I don't know. We don't really have one planned right now. Smith saying not interested in Zeke. Oh, that's who you meant. Zeke Naji. Yeah, that's who I thought you meant. Nako saying Laurie needs to be moved regardless. Yeah, Markkanen, I don't know. They got to figure out because he's got to be invested in, or he needs to be moved off away from. Randolph saying, Lex, the Raptors just need to get a solid player by the trade deadline and accept draft picks this year that can play immediately to add to our core. And we will be a 500 team next year. I believe that's true. I don't know if we're going to be buyers, though, this year. I don't know. I really, that's the thing. Bobby and Masai will be very mystifying. Like everybody from all outside look think that we're just going to be sellers. Like, why would we buy right now? We're such a bad team with a bad record, and we may be like trying to tank a little bit on the down low. Why would we go and get a player that's going to help us win right now on a buyer's market? Well, because we want to win next year, and we want to get a jump ahead on getting that person involved and getting them gelled in the second half of the season. So who knows? I'll have to see what it is. Yeah. Saying, first Masai rebuild. That's what he said himself. When he was in Denver, they were always kind of competing around Carmelo Anthony at that time. And when he was running things there, he was never in this kind of a place with the team. And even with when he came to the Raptors, the team had already kind of started to have success post Bosh with Colangelo's, some of those pieces like DeMar and Kyle. So it wasn't a total rebuild when he inherited the Raptors job. It wasn't a total rebuild. So that's the way he looks at it. He perceives it. This is the first time he's ever tried to do a rebuild in his career, is what he said. Masai. Yeah. Stargate saying, poor Laurie. He's a good player that keeps getting moved. Chicago, Cleveland, Utah. Damn. It's the NBA. And in some ways, if you're a certain kind of player, you're just going to have the possibility of getting moved more often. And it's just how it is. He's in the NBA making millions of dollars, and he's one of 500 people that get to play professionally at that kind of level. So I can't be mad or unhappy for him. No, I can't. All right, let's do the classic card real quick. All right, let's see. I don't know if we have any more cards that are from Christmas. I think we used them all. We went through the whole stack of cards that were given to me by my niece and nephew. So we're going to go to wait, here's one. I found one. There is one in here. Is that one? No, that's a mosaic. That's Panini. Okay, so this is the last one. This will be the last classic card given to me by my niece and nephew from Christmas. And here we go. Who is this, guys? If you can tell who this is, it's another rookie card. This is the difficult one. So I'm going to go ahead and give 150 for this one, maybe even 200. Marcus Smart is not right, Kaz. He kind of looks like Marcus Smart, but that wouldn't be a rookie, right? He's a rookie last year. This is a rookie for the Bucks last year, and it's not Marcus Smart. He does kind of look a little bit like him, I guess. This is a hard one, man, because honestly, this is not a big time player, and this guy may not even be in the league at this point, even though he's a rookie last year. It's just how this league goes, man. I'm telling you. Can y'all tell who that is? If y'all give me a couple more guesses. You thought that was a Celtics jersey? Nah, it's Milwaukee. Yeah, if you guys give me a guess or two, I'll give you clues on his name. I'll give you clues on his name if you can figure it out. What's a good clue for his name? His first name is the same first name as a Raptor in the history of the Raptors. Today scored 44 points. And the Raptors official admin has made a post today celebrating this classic franchise player for the Raptors. His first name is the same first name as that guy. Oh, Slug Deezy got it. Look at that. It is Chris Livingston. Well, good job. And the player I was alluding to was Chris Bosh just now. So apparently today on this date, Chris Bosh scored 44 points in 2010 for the Raptors in the game. So, yeah, Chris Livingston is the card. It was a hard one. I'm going to give Slug Deezy 200 points because that was a hard one. I'm not going to lie. That was a hard classic card of the day. So, yeah, we'll put that in. Let's see. Chris Livingston. And I see you, David. Let's see. And we'll put Slug Deezy. Slug Deezy. I'm going to give you 200 for that one, Slug. So there you go. Good job on the classic card of the day. Not a very well-known player, Chris Livingston. Kaz is saying MarJon Beauchamp. I know it's wrong, though. Yeah, that's not actually a bad guess. MarJon's actually not a rookie last year. He's been in the league for a few years now. So he's not exactly the best guess on that. All right, let me see. Is there anything else in my tabs that I wanted to go over? Oh, you guys, happy birthday to maybe the greatest Raptor to ever play in a Raptors jersey, Hakeem Olajuwon. That's right. It's Olajuwon's birthday today, 62 today. Happy 62nd birthday to quadruple double, two-time NBA champion, one of the greatest centers in the history of the NBA, Hakeem Olajuwon. Yeah, and he is a Raptor. And in some ways, you could make the argument that he's one of the greatest players that ever played for the Raptors because of his championships and his very, very good dominance of the NBA in the 90s. Yeah, Olajuwon's somebody who gets lost in the shuttle of remembering things in the league. You know, everybody's quick to remember Shaq, David Robinson, Alonzo Mourning, you know, different centers like that. But they always kind of seem to forget about Olajuwon to a degree. And in some ways, Olajuwon was the best one of them. He was better than Ewing. He was better than Robinson. He was better than Shaq. And in some ways, you got to give Olajuwon his credit. You know, he was amazing. Like the thing about Olajuwon was he was really good at stealing the ball, not just blocking shots and rebounding. The man could steal the ball too. He was one of those kind of big players that just got steals too. So that's something people forget about. So salute to Hakeem Olajuwon on his 62nd birthday today, former Raptor. That's right. He did come in and play for us for a little while there, right there. Yeah. Yeah, Trevor J saying the Vince Carter jersey retired his jersey in Brooklyn on Saturday. Yeah, they did other stuff. Like in some ways, the Brooklyn Nets are trying to do things on the same scale that the Raptors did for Vince in the jersey retirement, but they're going to fail. They did something with the Statue of Liberty or something. Like they put 15 on the Statue of Liberty. You know, they're doing a little bit of ripping off some of the stuff that we did for him already. With you know, we did the plane and we did like his jersey up at the Princess of Wales gates at the exhibition place. You know, they're trying to do that kind of stuff for Brooklyn. I haven't seen any of it. I can't compare it. I haven't seen Vince's reactions. And some of I don't even care. I don't even want to go look at it because the other thing about them celebrating Vince is this going to get sandwiched between our second celebration for Vince, which is coming in February, guys. They can go ahead and honor him and do all that for him in Brooklyn, but come around February 12th, we're going to honor the anniversary of his dunk contest in Oakland, and we're going to do a whole other Vince Carter night at our arena on February the 12th against the Cleveland Cavaliers. So, yeah, people that don't know that, you want to get tickets to that game because that's going to be the game where we honor his dunk contest and honor him again, and he's going to come to our arena and wave to everybody all over again. So it's like he's going to get two ceremonies with us. Brooklyn's going to do their one now. Yeah. It is what it is. It's just how it is. That's right. Sorry, Hakeem totally destroyed Shaq in those finals. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Yeah, and Shaq would tell you that too. Like he would talk about Akeem Olajuwon in the most glowing terms, as far as yeah, that guy owned me. As far as on the court, I couldn't beat him, and it's crazy because Shaq was bigger and stronger than him, but Olajuwon was savvier and a little bit more vet in knowing how to outfox him on the court because he did, he it was a little dream shake, there's a little and then you know what I'm talking about if you watch Akeem. You know what I'm talking about? That little dance he would do. I know who knows all about this is Smooth. Oh, yeah. Smooth knows all about what I'm talking about right now. That's right. All right. Let's see. What else is I got in my chat, in my tabs that I need to finish up doing here? What? There's something called 905 Weekly. That's interesting. I've never seen that before. All right. Let's do the recap and rundown, and we'll get out of here in under 90 minutes. Once again, here are the injuries for the game tonight. Chris Boucher is sick. He missed practice yesterday, so he is questionable for the game today. Ochai Agbaji and Emmanuel Quickley are both already ruled out for the game tonight with their different injuries. Ochai Agbaji's hand is still healing. He's not using it in practice. And Quickley did not practice yesterday. It's his hip, and he is still out for the game tonight. So Davion Mitchell will start once again tonight. I'm pretty sure, guys. On the Orlando side of things, there are numerous injuries. They've got Jet Howard questionable for tonight, so he may not be playing. Gary Harris, who did not play in the first game against us, is questionable for tonight due to his hamstring. Goga has a concussion. He is ruled out for tonight already. Jalen Suggs is ruled out for tonight due to his back injury he suffered in Toronto the last time they were here. And then the Wagner brothers are both out at this point. The big difference from last game is Paulo Banchero is healthy, and he will be available for the Magic tonight. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see Goga out and how Jakob goes off. I hope he really does. It'd be smart, Darko, to really, really utilize our center against them big time tonight. The referees are very favorable for the Raptors to win. Tyler Ford is the crew chief. He favors the Toronto Raptors. Jason Goebel is the middle ref. He is middle of the road. He has the same exact record for the Magic and the Raptors in his history as a referee. 13-14 is the record for both teams. So it's a split with Jason Goebel, the middle ref. And the third ref is one of the best refs in the league for the Raptors statistically, Jason Goldenberg. And he favors the Raptors heavily favors the Raptors in this game tonight. So Tyler Ford, Jason Goebel, and Jason Goldenberg are the three refs. It's a very nice ref crew, guys. I'm going to say that once again. All right, that's it, man. They ranked the rookies on ESPN, and there's nothing to be seen. I don't see a single damn Raptor mentioned anywhere in here. They put Alex Sarr at the top of the list now. They're saying he's the best rookie all of a sudden. I don't know. Anyway, they're goofy with this. They don't even give us an honorable mention or nothing. They got Tristan Da Silva of the Magic as the seventh best rookie on here, who we'll see tonight. But they don't even mention nothing. Not a single damn Raptor is mentioned in this whole entire rookie thing. And we've got 5 amazing rookies right now, and they don't even want to pay attention to us. That is what it is. Happy birthday, Olajuwon. And yeah, let's go Raptors, and let's beat the Magic tonight. I'm all about it, man. I'm all about seeing us win our 11th game of the season against the Magic. And I think that we got to protect the ball, limit turnovers, don't let them in and get in transition, win the rebounding battle. And if we can watch out for those great Orlando defensive hands that are going to try and steal the ball or just get in the way of stuff. RJ said it yesterday in his interview. He said, we got to be pinpoint accurate with our passes and working around the Magic defenders. And we got to take the easy opportunities, which he means those cuts where Grady and him are cutting the lane, and they're, boom, Scotty's dropping it off to them, and they're getting an easy layup. So they got to do more of that. Grady said the same thing when he was in his interview yesterday also. That's right, yeah. Trevor's saying Tempo hoodie, very good quality. I'm very pleased with it. So good fabrics and good craftsmanship and like stitching, and it's a good quality. All right, good. I like to hear that, Trevor. And peace to Neil Blackhawk. I appreciate you being here. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching the Raptor Freak preview for today. The ESPN matchup predictor has us winning 51% over the Magic in the predictor at home with a favorable crew. And in some ways, the health is pretty good for the Raptors right now. Hey, let's go. Let's go to the game and get loud, Raptors fans, if you have the privilege of being in the arena tonight. That would be awesome. I'd love to hear y'all through the broadcast doing your job, Raptors fans, from your seats in the arena. All right, let's go Raptors. Raptorize your day like Nab Bhatia would. And yeah, just have a fantastic day, Raptor Freak. And I'll see you guys tomorrow reacting to the game. Hopefully a big W for the Raptors. Scotty, go out there and be the all-star Scotty that you are and beat Banchero. He is somebody they gauge you against in this league in all kinds of different ways, whether it's the NBA, whether it's to be on Team USA, whether it's to be an all-star. And you need to make a clear difference of the choice of this is him and this is me. And this is who I am. And I'm a badass. And I can do way more than him. And I'm going to do it at a higher level. And I'm going to beat his ass tonight. That's what I want to see you do tonight, Scotty. Yeah, you may not have beaten Giannis the other night. Giannis out-dueled you and his team won. But you can beat Paulo. Paulo's around your level as far as experience. And you need to go ahead and kick his ass tonight. That's what I want to see tonight, Scotty Barnes. All right, let's go, Raptors. Let's go to the game and get loud, fans. Woo! Let's go, Raptors. Let's go, Raptors.